Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for stopping by. So today lesson we want to learn how to draft this fine bustier corset where it gets yoke where for the screen. So if you're ready, make we start. The first thing we're going to need to know now to take the measurements, the body measurements where we need. So the body measurements where we need for this pattern now, one, we need the shoulder measurement or across back measurement. We need the bust measurement. We need the under bust, round bust, and the waist measurement. So those are the horizontal measurements where we need. And we also need the bust span measurement, that is from the nipple to one nipple. So the second, the measurement, the other part of the measurement where we need the vertical measurement, that is from the shoulder to the waistline. So from shoulder to the bust, shoulder to the under bust, and the shoulder to the waistline. So make we start. The across back measurement or the shoulder measurement for this particular pattern where I want draft now 15 inches. That 15 inches we go divide them into two to get 7.5. So the neckline, the width for the neckline are 3 inches. So I don't mark 3 here, I don't mark 7.5 here. So I go come down from this side by 1 inch to get the shoulder slants or the shoulder slope. So I will connect them to the neckline there. Next thing what I go do, from this shoulder line I go measure the chest line. So that chest line now there we go insert our arm hole. So for this pattern are 7.5 inches. So plus this 1 inch shoulder slope where I come down make an 8.5. So the bust points or the bust line are 11 inches and the under bust now 14 inches. While the waist now 18 inches. So everything don't day. Then from this center front I go mark the same shoulder points where I mark here. So I go mark them here like this so that when I roll my line it go day straight. Yes, so then the next thing where I want to do now to also come here, just insert the measurement so that everything go day equal. Then I will connect the lines together. Next thing where I want to insert now the bust span measurements for the dart line. So for this pattern where they work with now 8 inches. 8 divided by 2 now 4 inches. So make I mark the 4 inches here. Remember say this my pattern they unfold. So the next thing I'll come for this shoulder point. I go divide the shoulder line. This part, the remaining part, I go divide them into 2. I'll mark the midpoint. Then when I mark that midpoint, I'll connect them back to this bust line here. So make I just indicate them bust line, chest line, under bust line, and the waist line. So those are the lines with the. Then the next thing where I go do, after I don't insert this measurement, I'll come for this under bust line. I will take 1 inch for both sides of the line. I'll come for the center front. I will come in by ½ inch. Then I will connect them to the bust line like this. The next thing where I go do, I go from here, I will connect them to this part here. So once I don't connect them here, I go insert the radius of the bust. The radius of the bust now 3 inches. That is from the bust line to the under bust. Now 3 inches. So I will just add ½ inch or 1 inch. So I will connect them back here. Correct. Then the next thing, from this chest line, I will just come down by ½ inch to 1 inch. Depends on your preference. So I will just come down by ½ inch. Then I will connect the line. So you see. Then the next thing where I will come to be say, from this line now. So from this line, I will connect them back to this bust line here. If you use your straight ruler or use this part where not today curved for your curved ruler. So like this. Then the next thing where I go do is say from here I will just go up by to insert the radius of the bust still. So make I just insert the radius will be 3 inches, but I will add ½ inch because I want to make my cup cover small. Then I will connect from this part to this point here like this. I will also connect this one back down to here. I use this side. Alright, so we don't connect the bust the cup. Now to come for this chest line, I will measure the chest line. I will divide them into 2. So the midpoint here, I will come in by 1/2 inch. Then I will insert the bust line. Bust measurement. Now 36 divided by 4, 9. So I will connect this line 9 inch to this point. This 1/2 inch where I come in here. Then I will also connect this part to this point here. So that side already. Now to come for the neckline, I will just come down by 3 inches because I don't want to make it too deep. Then I will just use my curved ruler to curve them out. So the neckline don't set. Now I will come for this side. I will extend this line to the waistline. This 1 inch for here. So we don't get that side. The next thing we want to do now is to insert the body's measurement. So the measurements for these bodies now bust 36 inches divided by 4, 9 inches plus 2 inch, that is here, plus the 2 inch for sewing allowance. So it's better to have excess than to have shortage. So for the under bust, now 30 divided by 4, 7.5, plus 2 inch for this, that 9.5, then plus 2 inch sewing allowance. Then for the waist now 32 divided by 4, 8, plus 2 inch for that, this, that 10, plus the 2 inch sewing, 12. So I will just use my ruler. I'll use this side of my curved ruler because I want to make it in the curve. I don't want to make it there straight. Alright, so we don't get this one don't set. The next thing we want to do now to determine how we want to make the opening for the top day. So I will just come here by 2.5 inches. So that 2.5 inches now will be the opening. So from here to this point, so from the shoulder point to this place now will be 5 inches, 5.5 inch, sorry. Then from here to also here will be 5.5 inches. So now so the opening will be. Then I will just use this curved ruler. Just give a small curve, make it not too deep curve like that. So you see, the next thing what we go do now to come for this side, because we go want to make the thing get. So from here, this point now, I will just come in by 1 inch to 1/2 inch. So I'll just go in by 1 inch. Because we go cut out from here. So from this 1 inch, I will just connect them to this point here. So you see, so from here now, we'll just cover to this point. So from here, sorry, we'll just cover them here. So you see, so from here now we'll go cut them through this point here. So maybe cut now. Let's cut out this outer part. So the next, cut the shoulders, cut the neckline, shoulders, then cut this side. So you see, then the next thing we'll go do now to cut out this part, this upper part. Then we'll cut the sides.